On today's video, we're going to talk about a new wood stove that we added to the deer camp. Hey there outdoor YouTubers, it's Dave Knetter from Knetter's Practical Outdoors. And I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of this new wood stove that we got out at the deer camp. It's an Ashley wood stove. And as you can see, it's a little bit different than your traditional style of wood stove. First of all, probably the main difference is it's got this metal shroud all around the main firebox. You know, it's kind of like there's a wood stove inside of this metal shroud. And that kind of does a couple things for you. First of all, it offers a little bit of added extra safety. If you were to accidentally bump into this or accidentally touch the wood stove itself, the outside shroud's not going to be nearly as hot as if you had accidentally touched the inside firebox. You know, kind of another thing that's nice about having this metal shroud around it, it offers this real nice warming top, you know, for warming up a pot of coffee, a cup of coffee, keeping some water hot. Maybe you're just trying to keep a big pot of chili warm. You got this really nice big warming area right on top of the wood stove itself. And, you know, if you really want to get down to the direct heat, you can actually lift the lid up and you can put stuff right on top of the main firebox and get that more direct heat right to whatever you're trying to keep warm. Now, as far as this being a safety feature, this metal shroud, I'm not telling you that this outside metal shroud doesn't get hot, because of course it does, but it just won't be nearly as hot as the actual inner firebox is. Now, this wood stove, it loads from the side. It's got a real large firebox, holds a lot of wood, and it's also got a nice removable ash pan at the bottom, which of course is nice. You know, makes getting the ashes out of it a lot easier. But the real cool thing about this wood stove is the damper device. And I think you guys all understand how when you open up a damper on a wood stove, you allow more air, which in turn creates more combustion, which in turn creates more heat. When you close the damper, less air, less combustion, less heat. And you know, with most conventional wood stoves, there'll be some sort of device that you spin open or close, or you slide open or close, and that'll regulate the airflow going through the wood stove. The damper on this wood stove is a little bit different though. It's actually a knob that you turn between high and low, and that actually opens or closes the damper. As you can see, there's a chain attached to this knob, and that chain runs down and it's attached to the damper of the wood stove. So when you turn the damper to high, it actually opens the damper all the way, and when you turn it to low, it actually closes the damper all the way. But the real beauty of this damper system is between the knob and the chain is a bimetal Thermostat Spring. And what that does is you set the knob, essentially setting the damper where you'd like to have it at the temperature you believe you want the wood stove to be at. And as that wood stove, if it starts to heat up, that spring will twist and it'll slowly drop that chain down, closing the damper off, not letting the stove get too hot. If the stove starts to cool down, that spring will twist the other way and it'll actually open the damper and try to heat the stove up some more. So it really works as a true thermostat and tries to maintain an even temperature without you actually having to go to it and keep adjusting the damper back and forth. Yeah, it's really a cool feature for a wood stove to have that, because you guys know, wood is not a real consistent fuel. There's different species of wood. There's different sizes of wood. There's different levels of moisture in the wood. So any of you guys that have done anything with wood stoves understand that wood does not burn consistently even all the time. Dampers need to be adjusted to maintain a consistent temperature. And with this Ashley stove, you've actually got a little bit of a mechanical device that kind of aids in that. And anyways, there you go, guys. Just a really quick rundown of the new wood stove at the camp. And hey, guys, remember to hunt, fish, laugh, repeat. This is Dave Knetter from Knetter's Practical Outdoors. Hey, thanks for watching and God bless.